Hello, it's a beautiful Tuesday morning. Welcome to the program, Poly TV Show. And this is the segments of the program, the newspaper review and analysis. And we have with us this morning various national dailies. We have with us the Punch newspaper. We also have with us today the Nation's Eyes. We have the Guardian. We have the Punch. We have the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. I am Samuel Olanio. And I'm being joined in the studio by Mr. Deji Adeyemi. He is a publisher and also a public affairs analyst as well as a veteran broadcaster. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you, Sam. I must say that this day you are looking quite smart and British.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm sure you had a very fantastic weekend.
Yes, beautiful.
Yeah, I saw you at enjoying the Yakuza, what have you.
Oh, yes, yes. That was our foundation.
Wow.
At the then Egbado College. Now you are Egbado College. We were there. It was a kind of remembering the efforts of our forefathers, those who actually came up with the school idea.
Okay, so Hop School.
Hop School.
All right, so let's get straight to it. This point, the first newspaper is the Punch newspaper, the Punch newspaper. On the front page of the Punch, 432 billion naira probe. EFCC detains El-Rufai, DSS on standby. And it has rider that says ex-governor grilled by EFCC as federal government files charges over alleged NSA phone tapping. It also says DSS reopens Dadiata case, seizes passport, summons sons for questioning. A lot of people have been daring the federal government. In fact, El-Rufai himself has said, government, come after me. I said what I said, and I meant what I said. What's your take?
My take is just that I think it was the biggest mistake of El-Rufai's political career, and even in life, to have gone online on national net television to talk about that he, along with some other people, had information coming from the NSA's phone. It was, it's self-incriminating. He went in there saying such things. To start with, that's cybercrime. You don't tap into other people's phones. And the other thing is that we are talking about national security here. The National Security Advisor is the point man for national security to the president. And now somebody is coming up to say that he had some information about it. It's going to be a long journey for El-Rufai, I think. But of course, let the court decide that. But the way it is, he made a mistake. I think he should just, but the law will take its own course. I don't know. He probably should have said, oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'm gravely sorry about that. I know the rest of it. But as things remain, they are, in fact, federal government has already filed charges against him.
Okay.
And that's one. Now, he's in a broth of problems. Now, take the EFCC angle to it too. EFCC has called him in over 332 billion naira fraud, as it well, we may say. But in the meantime, and if you have this kind of crisis on your hands, I don't know how you're going to wiggle out of it. Before Uba Sani could take him to court, or rather make papers readily available to EFCC. And Oyedele, the EFCC chairman, once said that before they take anybody to court, they have almost about 90% of evidence. So, well, I wish him well.
Okay.
Let him have his day in court.
We wish him well. All right, still on the front page of the Punch newspaper, all the way from the foreign scene, court remands suspected killers of South African-based Nigerian students, and also in Lagos, arrest made after two die on Lagos film set. I want us to look at the justice system of our country and that of South Africa. This incident, I was aware, happened, I think, about 2 weeks ago, last week. The student that was killed, the boat driver that was killed and strangled to death while in his vehicle. And also we have a similar scenario that happened in Lagos State, where there was on a film set, and then 2 film crew members were killed and also arrests have been made. Do you think we'll be seeing something related to this fast trial of this suspect?
I think the prosecuting agencies, the Nigerian police and all DSS and the rest of them, they can do the job when they decide to do the job.
When they decide to do the job.
Yes.
that shouldn't be the case.
Yes, it shouldn't be the case, but as things remain, we can only go on encouraging them. And when you talk about doing a job in Nigeria, it's not 1 + 1 is equal to 2.
Okay.
There are so many angles to it. And well, talking about the poor guy in South Africa, it's just a pity. And the federal government, or NIDCOM, the Nigerian Diaspora Commission, should wade into this and ensure that justice is done. Because in South Africa particularly, there has been this kind of xenophobic attacks. It didn't start today. So they should do something about it. There are South Africans too in so many places. Do they treat them as a nation like that? No, it's not done. So they need to, and here is person hustling. We are not talking about, yes, some of our people get into, not quite straight and narrow businesses. Yes. But here is this one doing boat service, I mean, Uber, kind of.
Yeah. And
of course, so there must be a deterrent to this. It's just sad. The thing at the
film set in Lagos,
that's also quite sad. It's very disheartening. But I believe that since the police has actually gone to town with it, what I mean is that they have started working on it, some arrests have been made, then of course it means that maybe we could get to the end of this as soon as possible.
All right, thank you for that. Straight away from the Punch newspapers to the world of the nation's eye. On the front page of the Nation Eye from the world of politics, 2027, APC governors tip Uzodinma as next Senate president. Will he contest Imo seat? That's a big question. And also, there are questions surrounding Tinubu's position. Is it still unclear or is it clear? And also, who leads Imo by 2023? A lot of people have been saying that one of the most vocal governors you have in the current administration happens to be Hope Uzodinma. And then you can see from one perspective, he's been everywhere, sometimes on trip with the president, sometimes, been at the focal front, talking about the administration's points and, saying a lot of good things about the administration. What's your take on the 2027? Because I feel it's still early to call. The people are saying it's late,
It's not early.
It's not early. Okay, so do you see this happening? Having Uzodinma as the next Senate president?
Well, of course, you mentioned that Senator Hope Uzodinma is virtually everywhere. You didn't mention that he was always also leaving Imo State to welcome welcome the president from
exactly.
External travels. But in the meantime, I think that's a sponsored story.
Okay.
The newspaper itself is not in the mainstream. I don't see. And it may just jolly well be coming from the east, but it's going to be quite some fight if Senate President Godswill Akpabio would not be too eager to leave that place for now.
That's another question.
If the president is coming in for a second term in 2027, and of course he has always been working with the administration, you know. In fact, that's why some people say the president, the Senate, is a rubber stamp of the administration, and nothing is ever. It's always a smooth ride.
Always a yes.
Yes, always a yes. But in the meantime, let's leave that to Senator Nzodima
to decide.
And him. It's going to be quite some battle with each other.
All right, straight to the world of the Guardian newspaper. The Guardian newspaper still on the electoral reform. 2027, protesters storm National Assembly as debate on Electoral Act resumes. There's still a lot of uncertainty surrounding the Electoral Act reform, especially the clause where it says, okay, let me take it. It says, the presiding officer shall electronically transmit the result from each polling unit. But there's a clause to that. It says, where available at the polling unit. So,
you see, I don't know why this is, causing this delay or this rupture. Because I just think that the generality of Nigerians want a credible, free and fair elections. And that's a fact. But you see, now putting in one clause that gives us, or that makes it such that the distrust that has always been there between the governed and the government back on the front burner is not what we should be expecting. What I think is just that, what about it? If there is a glitch, let's put it, because anything that is technical could come up with slowdowns or whatever. So, but I think that they should just come together, that is, and take away this proviso that when there is no network,
okay,
it will all be seen by everybody present at the polling unit. And of course, there will be agents, there will be INEC officials, there will be security officials, and it could also always be seen. And I don't think that the percentage of anticipated glitches should now be such that would cause up this uproar. They can just go ahead, pass the thing, because politics is already in the air. And it was mentioned somewhere that the presidential election itself may be moved to January, yes, and no more February. So what are we talking about? Let's so that INEC can start doing its work right away, and then the people themselves or the politicians can go to town, get to interface and see how. But what matters most is that we need a very credible election.
Elections, okay. Let's see if that's going to happen in 2027. Oh, yeah. Still on the Guardian newspaper, relief for Nigerians as food inflation eases to single digit after 10 years. I think I was going to find out from you. They said relief for Nigerians. On one part, you look at the fact that for the common man, it's a relief. But how about the farmers? You know, and how about the manufacturing industry? Do you think this is going to be a relief for them?
Actually, left to me, it's a cheering news.
Okay.
That the inflation has come down, on paper anyway. But what I'm getting at is that when you, it was 15.1 0.15 or something like that,
Okay,
as at December. Yes, we gained some relief from on paper, because at the end of the day, is it impacting on what we meet at Saidero Market, or at Oyingbo, or at Singa Market, or wherever, at Ojaba in Ibadan? So if it does not tally, then, though it may take some time to get the benefits to really show, because let me tell you, an analyst, Dr. Ayo Cheriba Obsco, was on national television, and he was telling us that actually the naira has stabilized, and that's a fact. We know that the naira to dollar was almost like 1.8, 1.9 at some time.
Exactly.
But today is about 1.35 and the rest of it. So, and with the strengthening of the naira, obviously the inflation will come down. But government still needs to do more. What I mean by that is that engage even with the people at the grassroots. Because definitely, if the roads are done, transportation of goods or commodities from the farms to the market becomes seamless, let me put it that way. And of course, when the farmer finds out that he is spending less in getting his bananas, his yams, his beans, and the rest of them to the market, when he gets to the market, and if he had been engaged with, the prices of his commodities will come down. And that is what we really need now. It's one thing on paper to have inflation coming down. It's another thing that when we get to the market, we'll find the goods, also the prices of the goods coming down.
All right, away from that, until the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. On the front page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, U.S. sanctions 8 Nigerians over links to Boko Haram, ISIL, cyber crimes. It also says freezes their assets, bars American companies, citizens from conducting transactions with them. Still on insecurity, on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune, Defense Headquarters announces arrival of 100 U.S. troops. Let's have your own cent on this.
Oh, yes. I'll say it again, that the intervention of the American government is good for Nigeria. What we have on our hands is much more than how we are treating it. And if we don't ask for external help, then we may find ourselves in a situation that will be so grievous that it will shake the very foundation of this country, especially with this, what's it called, the banditry, terrorism issues.
Sure.
Even yesterday, there's no day that you don't hear about some kidnapping or not. And it is not, I know we have very strong army and of course our Air Force, but we need some more sophisticated training or intelligence such that we can battle this thing. It's so sad. Look at where the at the Agugun Festival, where the president attended not too long ago. It was said that it has been over 10 years that unique festival has been held.
Wow.
Because of insecurity, because it's right there in the center of
the whole chaos.
Yes. So we need that our collaboration or cooperation with the American government is enhanced such that they can help with this insurgency thing so that we can move ahead.
All right, I want to thank you for your time, Mr. Adejade. Thanks for coming to the program. And once again, happy 75th anniversary to your alma mater.
Yes, so thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right, and that will be all. I'm Samuel Olanio. Thanks for joining us on the Newspaper Review. See you some other time. Bye for now.